her head and weeps for her divided sons. But now she's fresh and bright and new, embracing all around. Be proud to lift your head and say, I come from Belfast town. So lift your eyes across the sea and wish your hope bound. Although you may be far away, your heart's in Belfast town. Rejoice to be back home again with every sight and sound. This is the place your heart belongs, your home in Belfast town. So lift your eyes across the sea and wish your home bound. Although you may be far away, your heart's in Belfast town. The joy to be back home again with every sight and sound. This is the place your heart belongs, your home in Belfast town. This is the place your heart belongs, your home in Belfast town.
Have Britons lost the courage of the glorious days of yore? Have they lost the valiant spirit which their doughty fathers bore? They always travelled forward, shall we go tamely back? Shall we look on while the traitors they destroy our Union Jack? Shall we listen to the treason of sedition nurtured knaves, and condemn our loyal kindred to the fate of wretched slaves? Our fathers travelled forward, shall we go tamely back? Shall we look on while the traitors they destroy our Union Jack? Shall we be crushed like vermin beneath the Gladstone wheel, that he may live in story as the hero of repeal? Shall we no more go forward but tamely travel back? Shall we look on while the traitors they destroy our Union Jack? He never shall surrender the glories of our past, but shoulder still to shoulder, protect them to the last. We must and shall go forward, we'll never travel back, and forever, aye forever, we shall hoist our Union Jack. Shall surrender the glories of our past, but shoulder still to shoulder, protect them to the last. We must and shall go forward, we'll never travel back, and forever, aye forever, we shall hoist our Union Jack, and forever, aye forever, we shall hoist our Union Jack.
Hear the measured beat of Ulstermen marching through the green fields and streets of the towns, called up to arms by bold Edward Carson to stand for the red hand and crown. These were the seed of mighty Cuchulainn, these were the sons of Congal Clean, determined that Gael and Rome should not rule them, and England if need be withstand. Those were the days of Ulster's defiance, those were the days of passion and strife, those were the days when England denied us and Ulster stood for her life. The call came for war and the volunteers answered. The 36th was formed in 1914 to fight the German Kaiser instead of faithless England, to maintain their birthright and king. They marched into hell nearly 2 years onward, the first day of July on a bright and summer morn. Aloft against blue sky they bore the Ulster standard down the bloody road to the Somme. These were the men of Tyrone, Londonderry, Monaghan and Cavan, down and Donegal, the men of Armagh, of Antrim and Fermanagh, who walked the bloody road to the Somme. They faced the deadly hail from cannons and machine guns, through the bursting shells in hell of no man's land. Triumphantly they yelled the cry of no surrender, and fought the Kaiser's troops hand to hand. 3 miles they struck through enemy defences in the greatest charge of that European war. Like a mighty wave they swamped the German trenches, over fallen dead and barbed wire. Then they were cut off with no one to support them. They were mown down by fire from 3 sides. Bravely they fell like leaves in the autumn. Death reaped the bitter harvest of their lives. When the battle ceased, a young man was heard crying, bleeding from a wound where the bullet creased his head. There amid the maimed, the pleading and the dying, he held the broken body of his friend. As the red sunset smoke drifted o'er the trenches, dazed, bewildered men trudged back along the way. The carnage, it was great, the slaughter, it was senseless. 5,000 Ulster sons fell that day. Here was a time of mourning and of sorrow. All along the line they gathered up their dead. Here was a time of yearning for the morrow. Here was the time when Ulster bled. The land was filled with grief when news broke of the slaughter. Like heavy clouds it hung o'er Cruithne's brow. The telegrams they came to mothers, wives and daughters, and like warm falling rain the tears poured down. We count the bloody cost they paid for Ulster's freedom. We cherish memories of those who died so young. With passing of the years we will not forget them who walked the bloody road to the Somme. As long as earth revolves, up